Alright, hello guys, my name is Symphonic, and today I'm bringing you the long-awaited, I forgot what the name is, the long-awaited Halo explanation storyline video. So we'll have spoilers, so if you're not a subscriber that wanted to hear this, you can click out of the video if you want to. But if you are a subscriber that wanted to hear this, keep watching. So starting off, a long time ago, like 100,000 years ago or so, there were the Forerunners. And the Forerunners is a very highly advanced race of being, and they were the most advanced at that time. There were the precursors, but we will get into that in a few minutes. Actually, I think we'll go ahead and start with that. So the precursors were the most advanced at the time, and they basically they held the mantle, which is just it's more like a philosophy of the Forerunners as well, but it just means that they control the biological diversity of the universe. They hold authority of their duty to control the universe and that stuff. So mantle's a pretty big deal. You have to be a good race to be able to handle it. And the precursors, they needed someone to carry on after they're gone, to hold the mantle, to bear the mantle while they're gone. So what the precursors would do, they would create an entire new race, an entire new being, and they would create that new being. And if they worked out, they would obviously be in the running for holding the mantle when the precursors are gone. But if the precursors were not happy with that race, they would just delete them, just get rid of that race entirely. So the Forerunners and the humans were created by the precursors around the same time. Now I'd say the Forerunners were created first and the humans a little bit later, and they were both very very advanced in technology. If you have played Halo 4, you notice how high tech the Forerunners are. The humans were pretty dang close, and they weren't as high tech, but they were very close. Anyway, so the Forerunners were the ones being watched by the precursors at first, and then when the humans were created, the precursors were not as happy with the Forerunners, so the precursors wanted to destroy the Forerunners. But before the precursors could destroy the Forerunners figured out their plan and destroyed the precursors. So the precursors are gone, but what they didn't realize is that precursors created the flood, and the flood got released as a last second, a last minute, resort, a last resort thing to get revenge on the Forerunners and everyone else in the galaxy for destroying them. And so the flood got released, and it was on human, it was on human planets and whatnot. Not yet figure out the flood existed. They did not realize that the flood existed at this time. So the humans got to deal with the flood. The flood actually was beneficial for them for the first few thousand years or whatever. For a little while, the flood was actually useful. Was making, they're domesticating chickens with it and all that stuff. And eventually, it got to be a problem, and the flood infection actually broke out, and humans were in big trouble. They had to flee to Forerunner lands, and the Forerunners got angry with the humans for that. Okay, the Forerunners were really mad at the humans because they thought the humans were just trying to expand their colonies and expand in general. But in reality, the humans were running from the flood. They were not just trying to attack the Forerunners. They were just trying to escape from the infection. The Forerunners didn't like that, so the Didact specifically didn't like it. So the Didact destroying the humans, devolved them completely. And this is the year Didact. There are two different Didacts. We'll explain that later, but this is just going to be, I need to start speeding this up. So, anyway, in a basic little storyline, I'm going to try to get this done really quickly. That's just kind of the background of what happened. So the humans got devolved, and that's where we start now, with being a less, basically that leads up to Halo 1. So the Spartans were created, or Halo Reach, I guess. So the Spartans were created. So on Halo Reach, what happened is the Covenant found out about Reach, which is like this massive, great planet for the UNSC, United Nations Space Command. And so the Covenant went into glass because it was one of the home bases of the UNSC. And so they created, the UNSC created the Spartans under Dr. Halsey to basically stop the Covenants. It wasn't enough, and Reach was lost. It was glassed. And but Cortana, which is the AI in Halo, she was saved, and Chief was alive, and everyone, only one of the Spartans, it's really, Spartan 1, Master Chief, is the only one that people still know is alive at the time. Every other Spartan went pretty much missing in action. So then you lead into Halo 1. Chief is, after they leave Reach, they find a ring world, or a Halo. And so they're on the Halo, and they find the Flood on the Halo, which they never knew about. The humans didn't know about the Flood anymore, because obviously they were de-evolved. So when they go to the Halo, they find this Flood, and they find the Covenant, and they're like, what the heck is this? What's this, all this garbage? And humans don't know how to deal with it, but Chief ends up, because the, what was it? The Pillar of Autumn that Captain Keyes was on and all them, they ended up crashing on the Halo, under fire of the Covenant. Which is basically the first part of Halo 1, Combat Evolved. So you're on the Halo, and Chief, have to fight a bunch of people, and then the flag gets, crazy. So he ends up blowing up the Halo with the Pillar of Autumn's engines, and destroys the Halo, damages it really bad. Halo 2, basically, I want to say another ring gets blown up, I think. I forgot. Then Halo 3, you go and blow up an Ark. You blow up the Ark, which is the thing that fires the rings. It's the most important of them. And so the Ark gets blown up. So that's pretty much all. That's the basis of what happens. You don't need to know the details in between there. Then you get to Halo 4. And basically, it leads back to the Forerunner thing. You find the Didact that is Cryptum after you crash in the UNS Infinity on Requiem, a shield world. And on the inside, the Forerunners were supposed to be able to survive, but it didn't end up working out because of some things that happened with the Didact and all of that stuff. Requiem, he finds it after he's floating away on the Forward Unto Dawn that left the Ark at the end of Halo 3. And so you're floating off, and you find the shield world after Chief has been like sleeping in cryo sleep for like 4 or 8 years, something like that. I don't know. So he's on the Front of the Dawn. Then he goes to Requiem, and like I said, it's a shield world it's one of the shield worlds for the Forerunners. And when he goes inside, he finds the Didact there inside of the Cryptum, and that begins the storyline for Halo 4. Basically, you have to stop the Didact after you accidentally released him. And the Didact wants to use the Composer to wipe out humanity once again, because he knows that humanity is one of the greatest threats of the Forerunners. And eventually loses, and that's the end of that. Didact loses against the humans. The humans save the day, and the UNSC lives to go eat poopy. Anyway, no, that's not really it. The ending just kind of left everyone hanging because of Cortana and all that stuff. Nobody really knows exactly what happened to Cortana. They say she went to go get fixed up. Some people say she's just gone. No one really knows exactly, but we know that the shield world is gone. Requiem is blown up, and Didact should be dead. Everything should be okay. So, I don't know, this seemed to be a little bit rushed. It's hard to explain everything all in one video. I apologize for that. I maybe should have done it in parts, but I am sorry. You guys have to leave me feedback on topics you want me to commentate over, and I have not been posting very much lately. I've been really lacking on the videos lately, and I apologize for that. I wish you guys would actually click on my videos again, because I missed that. I missed that so much. I used to get about 10 likes or more per video, 10 to 20 comments per video, and last video I only got a few comments and 4 likes and a dislike. So really disappointed in the feedback from you guys lately. So I'd appreciate it if we could get all that garbage and nonsense sorted out. Figure out if it's my sub boxes or if it's just my inactiveness. I want to get that sorted out because I miss all of your feedback. I miss talking to you guys. It was great when I posted every day, but that was just so difficult to do. I'll try to get back to it, but it's just so difficult with school. If I had summer, I would be able to do a video every single day, all the time. But that's really difficult, and Definitely not the easiest thing in the world. So that's one thing you have to understand. So yeah, so I guess on a different note, I'm getting my Black Ops 2 Hardened Edition today. It's being delivered to my house, which is pretty sweet. I actually got it yesterday in this video's time. So I got it yesterday after school because it got delivered to my house. I ordered it online and it got delivered to my house, which is pretty cool. And I'm really enjoying Halo 4. It's pretty great. I'm pretty bad at it though. Not gonna lie. I don't know. I farted. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm pretty bad at Halo 4. Like, I don't know. The first 2 days I was like killing everyone. I was wrecking, and then yesterday, not so much. I was getting destroyed. I went like 4-21, 4-20. You know, I was doing terrible. I was doing really bad yesterday. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was just having a bad day or what, but I hope that doesn't happen anymore because that was really sad. So yeah, Black Ops 2 I'm really excited for because, you know, zombies, it looks really solid. The multiplayer looks pretty good too. Sniping looks pretty simple, it looks easy, it looks solid. Really stoked for all these games. Thanksgiving weekend, or Thanksgiving break for an entire week. At the end of this week, I'm really excited about that because, you know, obviously I don't have to worry about all that much to do, you know, school-wise. I can just, you know, relax. I have to read a book, but, you know, whatever. That's not that much. I can just read that, you know, on the first day, then have the rest off. It'll be pretty simple. I think I won't have a big problem. Thanksgiving break's gonna be amazing. I'm so excited. I'll be pumping out tons of content. I'll be making tons of videos so that I can have a video for every day for a little while, or maybe every other day. I want to try to get on a better schedule, but you guys gotta help me by giving feedback. If you don't give me feedback, I'm not gonna post as many videos. So it's on your end too. Hope you know that. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have to say for this video. So I guess, I don't know, I want to leave you with the gameplay, but I want to finish this up. There's only a little bit more that I have to finish up. So I don't know, I'll just leave you with the gameplay. I'll talk to you guys later. Hope you somewhat enjoyed the video. Remember to like and comments, I guess. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace out.